Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another very cool unboxing. Kind of like a nostalgic unboxing. Little figurines from Schleck. Hopefully I'm saying the name right. The Smurfs. 80s, here we come. Alright guys, so we're talking nostalgic 80s, somewhat of the 90s, I guess you could say. Great figures from back in the day. But before we get into that, do something for me. Like, subscribe, ding the bell, hit that like, hit all that stuff. Hop in that one weekly giveaway. Affiliate discount codes down below. So all these I'm going to show you guys just remind me of the nostalgic 80s. Early 80s, mid 80s, late 80s, when you could go to your local like pharmacy, when you go to your local like 5 and 10, when you went to your card shops back in the day. You know, remember they had Matchbox cards, remember those? Case of Matchbox cards, you picked your card, they put it in a little box, and they give it to you. Really cool. They also had a lot of these figures. Now this is one I will show you. This is from a German company called Schleck. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But it is the Smurfs. So who remembers back in the day these great little blue characters, the Smurfs, in figure form, right? Smurfette, very, very cool. Well, I mean, they were available, some people said Hardee's. I don't remember Hardee's. They were available in the 2011 time frame from McDonald's, right? They were available, some people remember Hardee's. I think that was the California Raisins, but maybe they did Smurfs too. I know they did McDonald's in the 90s, as well as the 2010, 2011 they were out. All made by this company called Schleck, which is a German toy company. Now, I hopped on their website, and wouldn't you know it, they had a bunch of Smurfs. Now, I'm a nostalgic person. Am I a child of the 80s? In some ways I am, yes. But you see, back in the day, we had, I just remember them, you know what I mean? There were a few here and there. I remember my mom had a friend that had tons of them. And this is what started me off. I saw this, and it's basically the Smurf house. Not just any little Smurf house. It has Papa Smurf, Gargamel, and Azrael. Come on, now they remade the Smurfs in the movies, kind of like live action. It wasn't bad. It was a little off, but wasn't bad. And then you knew some new Smurf names, but you always knew, there always were more Smurfs than you knew the names for. But here, this is really the only house that they have available for the Smurfs currently right now. Now I will list the Schleck website down below. You can get a lot of these figures. So we started with the house. So you get the Gargamel, you get Papa Smurf, and Azrael. Very, very cool. I also then got a whole gaggle full of them. Now, truth be told, I only wanted ones that had the names. You know what I mean? There's some that were just a little like, I don't know who that is. That's not really a name of a Smurf. But we have Grouchy. You can never go wrong with Brainy. Lazy Smurf. Gotta have a Handy Smurf. Again, very cool names. Now, I didn't, you know, I wanted only the ones they named. There were a couple of the, like, Smurf with this, Smurf with that. Not my thing. Handy Smurf. Great little add-on here with the cake. We got Greedy Smurf. This one, they say Vanity, but he doesn't have the mirror. But they call him Vanity Smurf. Now, I got this one only because there's not a lot of female Smurfs. And if you remember in the 80s, even the 90s, there was only one female Smurf. It hasn't changed until recently. But this one is Blossom Smurf, which I don't remember. Maybe in the new ones. I don't know. Blossom. We got Baby Smurf. Now, I will tell you, if you look on the dates of these things are marked as 2020. P.O., who basically is the creator of the Smurfs, but there's Baby Smurf. I will also say, guys, these figures, just to me, a lot smaller than what they were back in the 80s. But nothing's made like it was back in the 80s, guys. Huh? Am I right? You with me? And we had to get another brainy Smurf because, I mean, it's brainy Smurf. Now this is Smurf with present, but it does remind you of the one that blows stuff up, right? I can't remember his name. If you do, message down below. They're not calling him by the name, but it kind of just always reminds me of that one. Real squeaky voice, you know? This is Farmer Smurf, which there was a farmer back in the day. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe there was a Farmer Smurf. See, now this is Vanity Smurf. Why the other one was called Vanity, I have no idea. It doesn't make sense. That's not Vanity Smurf. Maybe that's breakdancing Smurf, but that is Vanity. So there you guys go. A little unboxing of the Smurfs, a little going back in the history books. Now, if you're just finding the Smurfs from maybe the 2 movies that they did with live action, I would recommend go back and watch some of the old time cartoons. I don't remember how many seasons the Smurfs were, but let us look. So here you guys go. The first really true iteration of the Smurfs was 1981. That is when it started. It ran from 1981 to 1989, covering 9 seasons. And at the same time, it started actually September 12th, 1981 was the first episode. Episodes ran about 22 minutes an episode, which in turn would be 30 minutes. 259 episodes during that time frame. So a lot of stuff to go back and digest in your history of the Smurfs. There's been a lot of TV movies and everything when you're looking at the Smurfs. The first Smurfs movies was 2011. They came out with another one in 2013, which, you know, it didn't seem like it was that long ago, but it truly was. You had another TV series in 2021, which only ran 82 episodes, and that was more like digital, you know what I mean? Was good, but not like classic. Not like classic, but, you know, you have that. You also, one of the first early movies, when you look at the Smurfs, was in 1976, The Smurfs and the Magic Flute, right? Honestly, looks like one of the very first ever Smurfs type things. There was a TV movie, Here Are the Smurfs, in 1984. Smurfs Christmas Special, 1982. Overseas, there was a Smurf thing in 1965. Wow. Smurf Springtime Special, 1982. So those 80s are where you're going to find the real classic Smurfs. There's been a lot of stuff since then, but that's the history of the Smurfs. This just, it's nostalgic, man. I mean, I'll put these up in a display somewhere just to look at them, and it's the memories that this kind of stuff can create. Like it? Love it? I don't know. What's your thing? What's something that's out now that you go back in your childhood and remember some fond memories? For me, Smurfs. I love watching the old stuff. The new movies were fair, but the old stuff, that's where it's at. Until next time, I'm the Luau. Peace out, guys.